Hello and welcome back to Here We Tow. Today I'm at Wiltshire Caravans in Westbury, Wiltshire, who've kindly allowed us to come and film. And I'm going to be reviewing this. It's the brand new Buccaneer Bermuda, new for 2021. It's a 4-berth caravan with rear island bed. And we're going to go through the features and what it offers for 2021. Many of you will be familiar with the Buccaneer range as there's several different models and layouts, and I'm sure this will be a great addition. So first of all, let's go through those technicalities. So this caravan, as I say, 4-berth, it's 8.16 metres in length, it's 8 feet wide, and it weighs 1,990 kilograms, and it's going to give you a payload of 159 kilograms. We'll start at the front and go through a few other bits. As we can see, we've still got the 3 windows of the Buccaneer and the large sweeping sunroof, and we'll see more of that inside because there's an additional sunroof feature that I do really like. We're on the Alcos chassis and we do have ATC. The nose weight on the Buccaneers is very heavy at 150 kilograms, so you'll have to make sure that you have a car that can take that sort of nose weight. We have the front locker here where we're going to find place to put our gas and other various bits for storage. Up on the roof, we're going to get a 100-watt solar panel as standard, and we've also got the aerial. We'll come down the off side of the Bermuda. Now, as I make my way down, we've got the vent for the Alder wet central heating, and then we've got the whale water pumps. There's a direct feed and the pump. It's worth noting that on the Bermuda we have a 40-litre freshwater tank on board, so that's going to automatically double the amount of water you're going to have on board. So that's ideal for if you're on a seasonal pitch, or if you're some way away from a water supply, or if you are a family of 4 wanting to have those showers. You're going to have a lot of water when you combine it with your aquaroll and the onboard tank. Coming down, now you can see the silver sides of the Buccaneer, which, as you know, I absolutely love. And the windows are really darkly tinted. I think it's probably the darkest tint you'll find within the caravan industry. And I really like these for privacy. You just cannot see in. We've got the Buccaneer badge, and then here we've got our battery box, and this is where the electric's also going to plug in as well for when you're on electric hookup. It's worth noticing an additional little feature just up here on the side of the Bermuda is an LED light, so that's going to be useful for illuminating around the caravan. So if on a night time you need to come out and change the water or do anything on this side, you have got some illumination. I'll head further back, and now as we can see, the Bermuda is a twin axle caravan. We've got 2 14-inch black alloy wheels that I do like. And here we're finding our Dometic vents, so we're obviously going to find the tower fridge freezer here. Coming back further, now we've got our toilet cassette, and that's for this centre mid washroom. We don't have a flush filler because this will flush off the onboard water tank, so you don't have to be filling that up, which is quite handy, especially if the weather's not great and you run out of flush water. And last but not least, we find here the window, which is going to overlook the rear island bed. So what we'll do next is we'll swing round and take a look at the back of the Bermuda. The rear of the Bermuda, obviously 8 feet wide, it's white panel. We do at the top have a high brake light. We've got the Buccaneer name badge. Then we've got another well-tinted window, again looking into the bedroom and letting in lots of light. And then down below we have the Buccaneer badge. We've got some grab handles, and then we've got the light cluster. So it's a fairly simple back end, but nice and pleasing nonetheless. What we'll do next is we'll head round to the near side and see what we've got on there. So onto the near side, first of all, we have our whale gas point, ideal for barbecuing outdoors. We've got the Buccaneer badge again, and we've got another locker here. We then move along to the door of the Bermuda. It's a one-piece door, not stable. There is a nice window here as well, well tinted still, and inside this door we get a fly screen, and then there is a blind within this window. Above we've got a really good size awning light there, so I'd imagine that's going to generate plenty of light to illuminate your awning, or so you can find your way back to the caravan on an evening if you don't have the awning up. Coming down, we then find we've got the kitchen window, we've got the alloys on this side obviously, and then last but not least we've just got a little bit of storage here, and that's going to give you access under the island bed. The headboard of the bed is on this side of the wall, so you can get under there and place things like your table and chairs for outdoor seating. So that's the exterior of the Bermuda. Those are all the features that we've got. The last thing I'll mention, which is a real highlight of the Buccaneer range, is the E&P hydraulic self-levelling system. And I've left the best till last. If you see underneath, you'll see these large feet and steadies that come down. There's 4 around the sides, and then in the middle of the caravan there's 2 that come down, and that's part of the hydraulic system. You'll see as well on the jockey wheel of the Bermuda that the wheel is not on the floor. That is because the E&P hydraulic system is attached to the chassis, and it is designed to take the full nearly 2-ton weight of the caravan. And this is operated from internally, and you also get a way to control it on a remote. I'm not sure whether they've developed an app for it as yet, but it certainly has several ways that you can use the system. The benefit being when you arrive on site, you deploy the levelling system. You can use it for putting on your wheel locks, because on a twin axle it can be more difficult to line those up if you're using Alco wheel locks. It's also useful if you were to get a flat tyre, you can lift one side to change a wheel, and obviously for the purpose of levelling. It's also a good additional security device, because once this system is deployed, it's very difficult to tow this caravan away, as you can imagine. In fact, it's impossible. So without lifting this system back up, you're not going to be able to move this caravan. There is a manual override system if you're worried about what would happen if you didn't have power, but that's all part of the system that would be explained to you when you purchase this Bermuda. So that's the exterior. We'll head in now and have a look at this new layout. It's lovely. So come on, let's go inside and have a closer look. So we've come inside the Bermuda. We're in the front of the caravan in the lounge area. Now what we've got here is an L-shaped sofa, and we've moved from the Barracuda from the lounge on that side to it being on this side. And what's nice about that is as you come in the door, it then opens up into the lounge area on this side. So we've got an excellent length on both these sofas. They're very generous in length indeed, and these will convert into a large bed. So this is going to be 2 of the 4 berths. It's a cosy lounge area. I do like it. We've got plenty of nice lights all the way around and above as well. Colour schemes. We've got, as you can see, almost a peachy pink colour on the cushions, and that's the same on the back. What I always say about cushions is if you don't like the colours, you can always buy some more to suit your tastes. So don't always let that be a deciding factor in putting you off a caravan purchase. The seating, it's a grey heavy-duty material. They feel well bolstered to these cushions. We have got blinds all the way around, and what I do like is they are the concertina style blinds, and we do have the fly screens as well. In terms of gadgets and gizmos in here, we've got a large space on the near side wall, and that's where you're going to be able to fit your television. We've got next to it a pop-up USB charger, and underneath in the sort of cabinet shelving, we've got several plugs and further USB charging points. The aerial comes in just above the television in the left-hand side cupboard, so that's where you're going to find all your aerial equipment. And then we've got storage as well on the other sides above us. The Bermuda does have a place to fit a radio if you want one, and that's in the same cupboard as the television aerial, and then that is played out through the speakers. There's 2 of those just above me here at the front of the caravan. They're Pioneer speakers. So that's the lounge area. As I say, it's well laid out. It seems really spacious. This is an 8-foot wide caravan, so you do benefit from space. There's plenty of floor space as well, which is something I like. And especially if you've got children or you have got pets that want to sit out on that floor or use the floor space, it's certainly a bonus. And because of the L shape, you benefit from all that space. There is a table, if you're wondering, which comes out of a cupboard, which I will show you, so you can pop out the table and you can eat around that as a couple or a family. So that is the lounge. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to venture back into the kitchen area and we'll have a look at what the Bermuda offers there. So yeah, I'll see you in the kitchen. So I'm going to start on the near side of the Bermuda. Now, first of all, as you come in the door, we do have a bin situated within the door, which I always like. And this is where we're going to find various control panels as well. On this side, as we come in, we've got the Alder wet central heating control. We've got the power controls, and down at the bottom we're going to find the control panel for the E&P hydraulic system. So it's all there, so when you arrive on site you don't have to start finding switches. It's all there, which is great, especially in winter. We move back then and we've got this kitchen. This is a good sized kitchen area. One thing I do like to see is the additional flap as well, and that's a great way to create additional worktop space, especially if you're cooking a meal for several people. So we've got the additional flap and then we've got the worktop space here. Situated on top or above of the worktop space, we've got 2 plug sockets, so this could be a good place to put the kettle, toaster, coffee machine, and then we've got lighting here for the kitchen and at the side door as well. We come back and there's a nice splashback. I do like that, and I do like this Caraflow tap as well. That's lovely. We've got a huge sink. This is almost a double sink. It's literally the full depth of the worktop, and I really like that. So that's an impressive sink. We've got the kitchen window, and again we've got the concertina blind, and then here we come to the Thetford oven and grill. This is a very good size as well. If I lift this up, we've got an electric hob, which is great on electric hookup obviously, and then we've got 3 gas burners as well. So if you are off-gridding and using your solar panel to keep you going, you can use the gas features on this oven instead. So 3 gas burners. Below that we have the grill, and then we've got the oven as well, and again that's at a good height, so I do like that all-in-one hob, grill and oven. Below that we have a little bit of storage, and then to the side of it we're going to find our drawers, and these are really nice. They're a good depth. This is probably going to be for your cutlery. They are soft close, and as you can see we've got several drawers, so they're lovely. Next to that, we've got a really good sized cupboard here, and I'll just open this up. And what I really like here are these 2 slide out wire baskets, and they come out separately, so you don't have to pull out everything in one go. So you can put various food items in those. There's also space at the bottom as well, so that might be good for shoes or something like that that you want to keep near to the door. Again, completely up to you. Above this, we've got our storage up here. These are on little catches, which are quite nice, so they're going to be nice and secure when you're towing. Now in this cupboard, you're going to be keeping your crockery up here and mugs. There's places for those up there. And again, these are soft close, but I'll just close them quickly for the purpose of the review. And then we've got a further cupboard as well. This is a good sized cupboard. It's got a nice height on it, so you're probably going to be able to put boxes of cereal and stuff like that in that cupboard. The kitchen, it's well illuminated as well. Obviously we've got the lighting under here on the splashback, and then we've also got some lighting above these cupboards here, so it's certainly well illuminated. If you are cooking and you're worried about cooking smells, then above me we have an extractor fan. And this is really light because when I said when I was in the lounge about the big sunroof, the sunroof is excellent. It's about 3 feet long, maybe a bit longer, and it illuminates this whole space. So absolutely fantastic lighting in the Bermuda. What I'm going to do now is that we're going to move over onto the off side of the caravan because this is all still part of this living space. Now in here we've got another cupboard, and again we've got a nice light above it. Now as you can see, there's plenty of space in there again for whatever you choose to put in it. Nice cupboard. And then below we end up with this further worktop space. So in addition to what we've got over on the near side, we have this as well. Really good amount of space. And then there's even more drawers as well. So depending on what you want to take with you, you could literally take a lot of stuff, but don't forget your payload. So as you can see, drawer after drawer after drawer. Next to it, now this is where you're going to find the table that I mentioned for if you're wanting to eat in the lounge. It's stored in this cupboard, so that should be fairly easy to get out. It's a reasonable width, is that, for putting your arm in and removing the table. So that's the storage. Now we'll move across. Now these are some features that I like. First of all, the Dometic fridge. Now this is huge. I'll open this up. This is 155 litres of fridge and freezer, and as you can see, it's a very good size. It's not necessarily deep, but it's certainly got the width. The freezer compartment is excellent. We've got a lot of room in there. It's one of the larger freezer compartments that I've seen. And within the fridge, we've got several shelves. We've got a salad tray at the bottom and these shelves here. It is a little bit low on the floor. That's the only sort of thing I would say about that, but otherwise a very good size indeed, especially if you're touring for a week or two or you're on a seasonal pitch. Above it, Russell Hobbs microwave. I do like the Russell Hobbs microwave, and it's at a really good height, and it's nice to see that that hasn't been put in the cupboards over the hobs, because sometimes that can be a little bit dangerous if you're cooking here and reaching up to your microwave. So I do like the positioning of that. And then up here we've just got another little cupboard again for more storage. We'll move back next into the washroom area. So as I move back, we're going to find the shower cubicle here and then the toilet here. So what I'll do first of all is I'll just talk about the shower cubicle. So the separate shower cubicle, very good size. It's a good width, a good depth, and height-wise it's probably going to be fine for gentlemen or ladies who may well be over 6 feet in height. We've got the shower screen, that's going to slide across. It's not frosted, it is clear, so people will be able to see you, but there is obviously the door, which I'll show you in a bit. We've got a nice tile effects splashback, which the Buccaneers had in the previous years, and I quite like that tile effect. We've also got a rail for towels, which obviously you need to be careful if you're showering that you don't drench your towel, but it's a good place to dry them. We then have the shower head, and it's the Caraflow shower. There is a small space for your shower gel or soap, and there's one lower down as well if you were going to put something down there. There's a little bit of intrusion from the wheel arch, but nothing that's going to spoil your enjoyment of that shower. And with that 40 litre onboard water tank and your aqua roll, you're going to be able to get a good shower in there. So yeah, nice shower cubicle, and it does have the light in it, so it's well illuminated. Above me, if you're worrying about condensation, we do have a Hecky light above here in this area, so you can open that to get fresh air to vent out. If you're wondering about the privacy aspect, there is the door here, which is going to close for when you're using this part. So you will close this across, and that's going to separate the living area from this area, and then during the day you can use this to keep the toilet contained. There's also, I'll just step back, there's also this sliding screen, so when you pull this across to here, it's going to make a self-contained washroom area, so you don't have to worry about privacy. Let's have a look now at the wash basin and toilet area on the offside. So the toilet and washroom, I really like this. It's simple, but it looks nice and classy. We've got nice storage cupboards above and plenty of lights, and we've also got another hecky in here so it illuminates this space. We've got the Thetford toilet, and then we have a lovely heated towel rail, and it's a sort of a metal chrome effect, which I do like, as opposed to a painted finish. We also have then a nice mirror and some lovely lighting around it. We've then got the wash basin, and underneath we have plenty of storage for toiletry bags and bits like that. And there is the toothbrush holder, again, a great feature. So that in itself is a really nice contained little toilet and washroom. What we'll do now is we'll head into the bedroom and see what awaits us in there. So here we find our rear bedroom, and we've got an island bed which is situated with the headboard against the near side of the caravan. This is the back window that we saw from behind, and as you can see we've still got the concertina blinds and we've got the fly screens. What I do like is the fact we've got a window to the rear, we've got a really nice sized window to the offside, and then above the bed we've got a huge hecky light which will be great in summer for opening up to let fresh air for ventilation, and also for letting in additional light as well. So although it's a rear bedroom, it doesn't feel dark in here, which is brilliant. The bed. Now this is a good size bed. At the moment it's retracted, so you've got the space to move around, and we have got plenty of space indeed. This is going to be great for when you're getting changed on a morning or on an evening. On an evening time, when it comes to bedtime, we can pull the bed back, and that's going to be 6'3" in length. So that's a good size island bed. And in terms of the width, it's 4 feet and 5 inches wide. So it's a good size double bed. Storage wise, back here in the bedroom, we've got 2 wardrobes, one at either side of the bed. In this one, we're going to find the Alder wet central heating tank. We've got a rail for hanging clothes, and then we've got a small shelf below as well. And so that's the same on both sides. Above the bed, we've got the 2 lockers. So you're going to have some locker space above. And they're a good depth, and they have a shelf as well. For me, if you're a little bit smaller, it's not always that easy to get in those without climbing on the bed. But one feature that I do like is we have a shelf on each side, as you can see, for your cup of tea in the morning. And then we have a drawer underneath that for bits and pieces. And below that, we have a second drawer as well. So probably underwear drawers in reality. That features the same on both sides. Now in here, we've also got a mirror for if you're wanting to put your makeup on or do your hair and things like that. And it does open as well, so you can store any bits in there that you might want to use with the mirror. And below it, we've got further storage as well. In terms of charging up gadgets on an evening, we do find some USBs, and the USB charging point is here. There's also a plug socket as well, so if you're wanting to use a hairdryer or an electric razor or something like that, you can use that with this mirror. So on an evening, if you're charging gadgets, you're probably going to be bobbing them onto here. Just on the side wall, if you're wondering about television, we do have a television point. There isn't a bracket on there, so you would have to fix that yourself, but we do have a place there to plug in for the television if you're wanting to watch that on an evening. So that's the bedroom area. It's a good space, it's a good size, it's nice and light and airy, and a very usable space. So what we'll do next is we'll just head back into the lounge, where we'll do a bit of a summary. So I'll see you back in the lounge. So there we have it, the Buccaneer Bermuda, new for 2021. It's a nice 4-berth caravan. It's certainly at that luxury end. The price on this one is £36,200. Within that, you're getting the E&P self-levelling system, which on its own is a £3,000 extra normally. We've got a solar panel on the roof, we've got the aerial, and we've got the Alder wet central heating. It's a good 8-foot wide caravan, and certainly one to consider if you are looking at that luxury end. Hopefully you've enjoyed having a look around today. I would just like to say thank you to Wiltshire Caravans who've allowed us to come and film today in a sterile environment. It's very much appreciated. So, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.